Welcome, Sharon. Hi. Welcome to Linea Rock.
Hi. Ciao, ciao. How are you?
So welcome virtually to Milan, actually. So we're connected via Skype. So it's a pleasure to have you back at Linea Rock. And as Marco just said, the new single, Entertain You, was released just today. And it comes actually a year, a little more than a year after the last record, Resist. So Sharon, I would just say that a little more than a year after Resist, the new single just released today, Entertain You, you stated that, you wanted to shock the fans a bit with this new song. I mean, you always embraced, the change. You've always been far ahead. But what do you mean by shocking the fans? And did it come that way, or it was actually conceived to shock the people?
No, it was never my intention to shock the people, but it's more like I think it's, it's just maybe not what they expected. I don't know, it's we change with every album, and I think we've changed a little bit again from after Resist. And it's only the first song. I know there's a lot of more songs to come, and they will all be different from this one again. But we never, we embrace change, and we like that very much. We are like a chameleon. We change colors every time, but we're still the same animal.
So Sharon, what have you done in this lockdown period? Have you suffered in a sense, like on, creative level? Or actually, it was more stimulating, and maybe Entertain You was actually written in these last few weeks. I mean, you feel more fragile now or stronger in this lockdown period?
As long as everybody is healthy, in my, everybody that I love, and then I'm okay. Then there's no direct danger of anything, and I think that's the most important thing of all. And everybody is safe. Luckily, nobody had the coronavirus so far. And on the other hand, we've been very creative just before the corona crisis, because this was written not during the corona crisis, but just before it. And we had just recorded everything and did a photo shoot and a lot of other stuff for promotion. And then everything a week later was shut down. The tour was postponed. Everything was just a different world. And so we've been mainly focused on promoting this single and finishing it and preparing it to be released, because it was already, of course, scheduled for today, and we felt like, okay, normally you would connect that to a tour. That's why we also wrote some extra songs. We felt if we're going on tour again for such a big tour, and together with a lot of festivals again this year, which are not happening either, of course. But then it would be nice to have some new songs, because we had an extensive tour last year and the year before. And so we felt like, okay, maybe it's better than to have some new songs. And we felt a lot of creativity just before the coronavirus. And so we wrote a lot of stuff. And we've got a lot of demos. We have a lot of very good potential songs. Some songs already finished, so like a half album already there. But it's maybe a little bit strange that we release now the single, because there's no album yet. But we're working on that at the same time, and there's a lot of time now. So
okay, so let me translate this. You've been anticipating quite some of the next questions, but let's.
Oh, sorry. I just want to add one thing to it, is that we wanted to give something to the fans in the time of Corona, because we could have postponed the release, but we didn't feel okay. We were very much excited about it and wanted to share that with the fans.
So Sharon, you have released the new single simply through Within Temptation Entertainment this time. Is this like the new future also for signed and famous bands like you are? And will you maybe plan to release just singles in the next few months, which will maybe at a later stage become, the next album?
Yes. Well, the thing is that we what we're going to do now is just release a few singles this year and next year. And we're just going to see how this whole crisis is going to develop itself, like how long it's going to take also before we can play live again, of course, because it's not very clear yet if we're even able to go on tour in September. We hope so, but it looks very difficult as far as I can see at this moment still. But for the singles, yes, that's something that we're hoping to release more singles next year as well. But we have now a few songs recorded. We're going to release a few singles this year. And the good thing about it especially is the fact that we can, when we've written something, we can give it to the audience, our fans immediately, instead of having to wait 2 or 2.5 years before it's being put on the album. So people will be more in direct contact of what we write in the moment. And that's the good thing of this whole situation, that how we're going to release singles and eventually the album.
Okay.
So Sharon, now we're gonna play the new song, entertain you, and why don't you introduce it for us?
I will. Well, hi everyone. I hope you're still hanging in there. This is our new single, "Entertain You," and I hope you enjoy it as much as we do. And I hope to see you live during the festivals, maybe, or hopefully during the tour that we're going to do with Evanescence. Stay safe, and thanks for listening to the song.
So Sharon, according to many, your growing career, it's living as a kind of pinnacle from the creative side, and also as a live band. Don't you worry that this brutal stop that we're living can some way break the spell, since the tour words Live tour with Evanescence actually sold 150,000 tickets in 8 countries in advance.
Yes.
So it was pretty huge. So what's your feeling, about this moment? Can it break the spell in a sense, for not just maybe for Within Temptation, but for us all?
You mean for playing that people can see shows? You mean?
Yeah,
the way we watch it.
That maybe the interest can go down also because, people is not going to concerts, so the situation is new for everybody, but it's crazy.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know. It's something that we have to see, because things can change so quickly, as we can see now. And maybe they will change back to how it was if there's a vaccine. That's going to be very crucial, I think, to get everything normalized again, of course. But yeah, there's so many countries at the same time working on a vaccine. I really hope it's going to be soon. And then this insecurity will be going away. Of course, there's a lot of damage to the economy and everything. So that will play its part as well, of course. But, I think people will always need music in a way. And, it will come as it comes, and then we'll decide then how we have to deal with things if things are turning out to go differently than we expect. So, I'm just, as far as it goes, I'm just focused now still on tour and making this tour happen, and the festivals as well that we were supposed to play at. So,
talking about, the new, the after coronavirus situation, a lot of people is talking about driving concerts or biking concerts. How do you see it? Yes, you go with the car, you park the car, then you take the bike to the show. Which is your how do you see it? Which is your opinion about that?
È tornata, ok.
There she is.
Sì, sì.
Okay, there she
Sorry.
is. No
I don't know what
problem.
happened. I was gone all of a sudden.
Okay. So did you hear the question?
Yeah, biking concerts.
Yeah, biking or driving concert. Which is, how do you feel about that? Which is your opinion?
Well, I like, going to a drive-in for the cinema. That's something I've always liked. So why not for a concert? I don't know. If you come in a very small car, it might be possible. Like this really smart, the smart car. The only for 2. Yeah, maybe if people would, could hire them, at the front of the door, maybe, or somewhere, and then you can drive to the festival. Yeah, I think that's maybe a very cool way to do it. I think there's potential there.
one Italian fan is telling you that Prosecco is in the fridge and waiting for you to come back to Italy.
Mwah,
Okay.
mwah.
His name is Luca. So ciao, Luca.
Yeah, I know Luca. Yes, I know him very well.
Okay. 29 at the Mediolanum Forum in Milan, as planned.
Yes.
Can you give us maybe a small preview on one, of the innovative elements that you will bring on stage this time? Just one.
Phew. Just one.
Two if you want.
Yeah. Well, of course, there's a new stage and everything. It's going to be a different look, a different feel. New songs, of course, that we're going to play. Especially at that time, we have released several songs already, new songs. And so we have a lot of things to bring to the table. And of course, we're just a million tons of energy of playing live again. We're going to have so much fun together. Finally, being together again. I've missed it so much, and I can't wait to come over and play in Milan at the time. So let's hope it will be sooner than later.
So, Sharon, thanks very much for your time for this brief but intense interview.
Yeah.
And, I see you have a beautiful garden there, so enjoy.
Yeah. Thank you. I will enjoy it. Well, the sun is gone now, unfortunately, but thank you very much for this beautiful interview and for having me. Hope to see you guys soon in Italy, in Milan, and maybe a festival. I don't know, but I'm really missing you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you very much for helping me out with the English.
We'll see you hopefully in September. Okay.
Yes, hope so. Thank you. Bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.
Bye. Thank you Sharon. Grazie Barbara. Quindi riprendiamo dallo studio il nostro collegamento con